Good, happy Wednesday morning. It is May 6, 2020. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this Wednesday morning edition of Good Morning, New Hampshire. Rise and shine, everyone. Let's get this Wednesday off to a good start. Sit back, relax, grab your cup of coffee, and enjoy this Wednesday morning edition of Good Morning, New Hampshire, where we have a little bit of everything for you in this program. But first, we're going to begin with the news. We're going to start with your local news first. First up, New Hampshire health officials announce 6 additional COVID-19 related deaths, 50 new positive cases, 1,105 total recovered. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Strict attention to detail. That's what sets Kubota construction equipment apart. It's now.
And right now, 6 new deaths connected to COVID-19 to report tonight. 5 of them over the age of 60. Good evening. I'm Mike Cherry.
And I'm Monica Hernandez. Those deaths underscoring a grim reality. Most COVID-19 deaths in New Hampshire have been seniors living at long-term care facilities. The total number of deaths in New Hampshire now stands at 92. 66 are connected to long-term care facilities. There were 90 new confirmed cases total in New Hampshire today, which means that 2,636 people have had COVID-19 in the Granite State since this pandemic began. More than 1,100 have recovered.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And now let's take a look at your coronavirus in New Hampshire. Important information, what you need to know. Let's take a look at that right now. And here is what you need to know. There are 2,588 number of people in New Hampshire who have tested positive for COVID-19. 1,177,784 number of people in the United States who have tested positive. 86 number of deaths from COVID-19 in New Hampshire. 286 number of people who have been hospitalized with COVID-19 in New Hampshire. And 68,442 number of deaths from COVID-19 in the United States. This map of New Hampshire shows you where cases of COVID-19 are in towns and cities of New Hampshire. Portsmouth, 42 cases of COVID-19. This chart here, new cases each day in New Hampshire. In the purple, daily new positive COVID-19 cases. In the orange, new hospitalizations. And in the red, deaths. In this chart here, current cases. In the purple, current COVID-19 cases. And in the orange, current hospitalizations. In this chart here, cumulative totals. In the purple, total positive COVID-19 cases. In the orange, total hospitalizations. In the red, deaths. And in the blue, recovered. This chart here shows you by age group. This chart here shows you by female, male. And this chart here shows you risk information. This chart here, race/ethnicity of cases. This chart here shows you percent of New Hampshire population. And again, your common symptoms: fever, lack of smell, cough, chills, and difficult breathing. How it spreads, and prevention tips. And we're going to switch gears now. Let's go into national news. In national news, race to find COVID-19 vaccine intensifying. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
Race for a vaccine, 8 human trials underway, as we've been reporting here, 2 here in the U.S. And tonight, what Oxford researchers are now saying about how soon they could have an answer if their vaccine is working. This is potential good news. And there's also news tonight from a vaccine trial right here in the U.S., as we hear tonight from a volunteer in that trial. Here's Kaylee Hartung.
Tonight, the race to find a vaccine intensifying. In Washington state, officials say they're going at record speed using a new process in the first of only 2 trials in the U.S. Neil Browning, a father of 3, volunteering for the experimental vaccine.
So 2 doses and relatively no side effects.
Nothing whatsoever.
In the UK, Oxford's trial is showing the most promise. Researchers say it works on monkeys, and they could get the first results in humans by mid-June.
The intention is to make enough doses so that were it approved in, say, September, we would actually have 30 million doses.
President Trump optimistic about rolling out a vaccine soon.
We are very confident that we're going to have a vaccine at the end of the year.
The former acting head of the CDC casting doubt on whether they can even have a viable vaccine.
There are a number of viral infections, HIV, dengue, where scientists have been working for decades and still haven't come up with a safe and effective vaccine.
Tonight, a potential breakthrough. The FDA fast-tracking emergency use of a Swiss antibody test made by Roche. They say it's 99.8% accurate. According to the FDA, at least 170 companies developed tests for the U.S. Only 12 received emergency authorization. With demand so high, they were all temporarily allowed on the market, even though they didn't prove their reliability. Tonight, a new federal guideline tightening the rules for antibody tests. Emergency authorization requests now must be submitted to continue distribution, an attempt to weed out inaccurate tests. Dr. Rahul Sharma got the virus and then tested positive for its antibodies.
I was also very aware that that did not make me bulletproof or necessarily immune.
So let's get to Kaylee. She's with us live from Los Angeles tonight. And Kaylee, the president saying we could have a vaccine by January. Dr. Anthony Fauci weighing in on this as well, saying it is possible that once they have a likely vaccine, they've got to start manufacturing and quickly. So ready to go. So when we have approval, it will be ready to give out. But what's the timeline we're really looking at tonight?
Well, David, he has said it will take 6 to 9 months to manufacture and mass produce a vaccine, which means if we want this by January, that window is quickly closing. David?
And they'll be forced to pick which one they take a gamble on. All right, Kaylee.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Now let's take a look at the coronavirus for the rest of the world. World's second largest content sees 42% jump in COVID-19 cases. The WHO has warned that Africa could become the next epicenter of COVID-19. Today's biggest developments. UK coronavirus death toll becomes the highest in Europe. Retired farmer who sent NY governor N95 mask received honorary degree. Africa sees 42% jump in COVID-19 cases over the past week. Europe Union faces recession of historic proportion this year. In Spain to declare national state of mourning. And now we're going to switch gears now. Let's go into business news. In business news, stocks rise for the third day, with Dow up more than 100 points. Stocks rose for the third day on Wednesday as bets on the economy reopening kept momentum. Sentiment around the reopening outweighed a dismal report on U.S. payrolls. And we're going to switch gears now. Let's go into weather. First, let's take a look at the radar right now. And here's a look at that radar for all of you right now. As you can see on radar, it is nice and clear in New Hampshire. Your weather right now is fair, 50 degrees. Your weather for today, partly cloudy, high 56 degrees, winds southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And we're going to switch gears now. Let's go into New Hampshire Life segment. In today's New Hampshire Life segment, conquered coronavirus. NASI hosts virtual prom for high schoolers. Plus, city can access $1 million in CARE Act federal funds and $44K raised to thank teachers as hospitalization taper. Hospital to reset surges. While school officials in Concord are trying to come up with an acceptable plan to have actual graduation ceremonies pending state approval, at least one event will be held to celebrate graduates. A prom. In town, Concord is partnering with NASI from 105.5 JYY to bring a virtual prom to all high schoolers in the JYY listening area, which is essentially Concord, the capital region, and middle and eastern parts of Merrimack County, according to the station's on-air coverage map. An evening in the Clouds stay-at-home prom will be held at 7 p.m. on Friday, June 19th. It is free, but online registration is required. NASI has some special guests on board for this once-in-a-lifetime event, said Executive Director of In Town Concord. Invite your special someone, dress up, and let's dance the night away. NASI, who often hosts a number of events in and around the city, is looking forward to the fun. I'm very excited to be working with Brian Waldern and In Town on this, he said. We all wanted to take care of the class of 2020 to let them know that they were not going to be forgotten about. Now, let's celebrate from home. It's unknown at post time how they'll recalibrate the fireworks, though. Very cool indeed. Sounds like it's going to be a good event. And all of us here at the Riley King Network would like to congratulate all of the class of 2020. Congratulations on your success. And let's switch gears now. Let's go into fitness. Fitness time right now. Fitness trainer shares moves you can do at home. Let's take a look at that video from Good Morning America.
Now with celebrity trainer Melissa Alcantara, known for helping Kim Kardashian West, and now she is out with a new book, Fit Girl. Thanks for being with us, Melissa. I know so many people have been inspired by your Instagram. In fact, that's how you were first connected with Kim Kardashian West. Tell me about how that all transpired.
Oh my God, crazy story. So I'm waitressing in Brooklyn. You know, I was just working out on my own, doing my thing, and I posted a transformation photo on Instagram, which she found one night scrolling at like 4 a.m. And she was just inspired by my transformation. She was like, look at this woman. She's a mom, she's a mother, you know, and she did this all on her own, no tricks, you know, no gimmicks. And she contacted me, and the crazy part is she was like, I know you live in Brooklyn and I live in California. Would you come here for a few weeks and, you know, show me everything you know? And I was like, well, I just bought my one-way ticket to California a month ago, and I'll be moving there in a month. So it was just destiny.
Wow. And I have to say, looking at those pictures, that washboard stomach, that's an advertisement in and of itself. In fact, you and Kim have grown so close. She wrote the foreword to your new book, and she actually has a message for you. Take a listen.
Hey Melissa, it's Kim. I'm so proud of you. I know you've worked so hard on this book, and I've started reading it. It is amazing. I laugh. It's so funny. And I hope that everyone gets a chance to read this book and gets to see that you are such an amazing person. You are the most dedicated person that I've ever met. You have shown me a whole other level of strength, a whole other level of commitment that I didn't even know I had inside of me. You've changed my life forever, and I hope people read this book and it changes theirs.
Oh, I love seeing your reaction, and what an endorsement.
Oh my God, what a surprise. She's crazy. I love her.
Well, we all want to get in on what you are serving right now, and I know that a lot of people are at home. They don't feel motivated. They can't get to the gym, and so you have some things that people can do at home to get started. So, what's the first move you suggest?
All right, so we're going to go through 3 moves. And the first move, you're going to get down on the ground. You're going to push your furniture out of the way. You're going to get into a plank position. Bring your knees down just slightly. You're going to push your booty back. You're going to come into a mini push-up. And you're going to go right elbow, left knee, left elbow, right knee. So that's a combination movement right there. That's going to work your arms and your abs.
All right, and you have one for the legs now.
Yes. So the legs are the biggest muscle group. They're going to burn the most calories because they take the most energy to move. All right. So we're going to go again. It's a double movement. You're going to go squat, then right leg lunge, squat, left leg lunge. Whew, I'm tired already.
And then you've got one for the entire body.
Yes. All right. Again, 2 movements in one. You're going to go burpee, so slight jump. You're going to come down into a plank position, and then you're going to go mountain climbers. So you're going to go for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I would say do that 10 reps, 5 sets, and you're good to go. You don't need to do anything else.
Yeah, and no weights. You can do it all from home. Melissa, thank you so much for inspiring us. We appreciate it. And we should tell everyone at home, Fit Girl is out today.
Well, hey there, GMA Fit.
Okay, and there you go. Here, those are your fitness tips for today. And we're going to switch gears now. Let's go into entertainment news. In entertainment news, Anderson Cooper says his ex will co-parent his son. Let's take a listen to that video from Entertainment Tonight.
You know, he's my family, and I want him to be Wyatt's family as well.
Anderson Cooper and Benjamin Maysani may not be a couple anymore, but Anderson's ex will play a major part in his newborn son's life. On Monday, the TV journalist appeared on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert and revealed Benjamin will serve as a co-parent to their baby boy, Wyatt.
My former partner, Benjamin, who's going to be a co-parent to Wyatt, even though we're not together anymore. But, you know, he's my family, and I want him to be Wyatt's family as well.
And get this, the 47-year-old nightclub owner was in the delivery room with Anderson and the surrogate when Wyatt was born.
He was 7.2 pounds at birth, and he is sweet and soft and healthy, and I am beyond happy.
Despite some reports that the two were back on, a source told ET that's not the case. Anderson and Benjamin split in March 2018 after going public with their relationship in 2015. At the time, Anderson told ET in a statement, quote, "Benjamin and I separated as boyfriends some time ago. We are still family to each other and love each other very much." The news anchor first announced that he was a dad on Thursday on his CNN show Anderson Cooper 360.
On Monday, I became a father. I've never actually said that before out loud, and it still kind of astonishes me.
And on Monday, he couldn't help but gush about his little one.
It's extraordinary. I mean, it's astonishing. It's like, I just stare at him and hold him, and like, I just can't believe, that he's going to depend on me, and that he belongs, you know, and that he's here, and it's just astonishing. I just never dreamed. I mean, I've always dreamed about it, but I never thought I would actually be able to do it, and it's just been incredible.
And if all of that wasn't cute enough, get this.
Anderson said that his longtime pal Andy Cohen and Andy's 1-year-old son Benjamin are helping Wyatt out in a big way.
My son is entirely wearing hand-me-downs from Andy Cohen's son.
Okay.
I'm inherently cheap. I like a good value. I wanted my son to be like a Depression-era child who like grows up wearing hand-me-down clothes.
And turns out, clothes aren't the only thing Wyatt and Benjamin are sharing.
The moment Anderson announced it, I got a bunch of DMs from eagle-eared Radio Andy listeners saying, wait, is that where your nanny went? Is that where your nanny went?
Yep, on Monday's Radio Andy, the Bravo star revealed that they're even sharing the caretaker.
We had long planned this transition, and she is now with Anderson, and I know she's going to get Wyatt on a great sleep schedule, just like she got Ben, and I'm so happy for Anderson.
Andy and Anderson are truly the besties we need right now. And Wyatt, Benjamin, here's to you carrying on that BFF legacy. Despite being one of the most respected names in news, here's what Andy told ET in 2016 about his pal AC.
I think that what might surprise you about Anderson is how silly he is, or can be, and how easily bored he is. He and I text each other often, me from the Bravo Clubhouse, he from CNN headquarters, and we say, I am so bored. Our bar for entertainment is very high.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Very cool indeed. Now let's take a look at those celebrity birthdays for today. Let's see which celebrities are celebrating a birthday today. And happy birthday to all of these celebrities. We hope they have a wonderful birthday and a wonderful day. And thank you for watching this edition of Good Morning New Hampshire. Have a great rest of your day, everyone. I'll see you back here next time for another edition of Good Morning New Hampshire. Goodbye, everyone.